Hey guys, my name is Christian and welcome to this behind the scene. I'm gonna show you today what is my preparation before I go live on Amazon, but you could use the same kind of technique for YouTube or other streaming services as well. I wish there would have been a bit more detailed technical video out there to see what you need to do actually to get live on Amazon or other streaming services the way I do. And you're gonna see the actual live stream as well, so bear with me. I'm gonna give you first a little intro on the studio setup so you actually see where I'm at here, and then I show you my screen and show you how I set up for the live stream, and then we go actually live. And so you're gonna see that as a live replay on YouTube, but people on Amazon Live will actually see that live once I go live. At that point, I'm not able to explain you guys anymore what I'm exactly doing. I'm just running my weekly show together with Hazel, my Labradoodle, so she will join shortly too. But let's get started. I give you with this cam here a little look around, and please don't judge me. It's a little mess up here. The girls are back in school, and I occupy this room every once in a while when it's free. So here we go. Hazel, you want to give the tour? So let's see. So here, this little camera here is usually pointed at us, but there is Hazel right now. And here we have some studio lights and the monitor. That's the lights. That's the monitor that I can see what's going on exactly. There's some kids' toys in the background. Nobody will see that. That's Hazel's resting place. And that's my daughter's resting place. A little mess in here, but that's okay. We're just about to do a little cleaning. And so, yeah, that's the main camera. Here on the monitor I see, does it look okay? My biggest worry about that camera is that Hazel knocks it over when she gets a little excited. Now I'm checking here on the screen. I think I have to move it a little bit. You see the stairs there? That's my upstairs. I don't use it that much, only when the kids are here or when I go live. So, kind of happy with that camera setup. So now I'm gonna check the main camera, which is on my laptop. Oops, that was a little intro there. Main camera looks okay as well. My hair, oh boy, well, can't do anything about that face, but that's okay. First time I went live, there is a practice mode actually as well. So on the, what you need actually to go live, for example, on Amazon, right? You need the Amazon Live app, and I'm gonna show you that, guys. You need OBS Studio, a kind of powerful computer. It's a really old computer. Then OBS Studio needs a lot of resources. So you want to check that first. But with the practice mode in Amazon Live, you can actually practice yourself. You could share an individual link and somebody else could watch it. But other than that, it's not being shown publicly on Amazon. But what we do now is actually go live on Amazon. So let me show you my software, and I show you some things what not to do as well while I do that, because you have to set up the software for that. And the first thing I want to do now, it's now 7 p.m. so I go live in about half an hour. I want to kind of tease that already on Amazon and on my Amazon storefront. I go up there as a brand owner. You could also go there as a, how does Amazon call that? Kind of an influencer, yeah, associate, something like that. You have to check that out. So let's, I show you guys now what's going on with the screen here. So let's have a look. And it's called, that's the wrong one. It's called browser. That's the wrong one. Main camera, round. Okay. So you see now, and this is something what should not happen. This is kind of an infinity loop, right? If that happens while you go live on Amazon, not so great because, yeah, they wouldn't like it. And here's my face again. So yeah, they would not like that. They would think you have a technical error and they shut you down. So we want to avoid that. But for me to show you the software, the OBS Studio, what I'm using, I'm just going to do it this way. I move that later to my second screen, so I have control over that. But let's get started. So you have to set up here a profile. I call it, how is it called? Scenes, it's called in here. I have different kinds of scenes for different purposes. You see I have here the recording already running, since I'm gonna upload that later on YouTube. And once I click that button here, start streaming, then I go live on Amazon. But I do not want to do that now. What you need to do is you set up here your different cameras, right? You see here, that's the main camera again. Now the screen sharing is gone. Oops. So, but you get the idea. If I press the main camera button, then the main camera is shown. If you press this button, the white camera is shown. And during the live, I don't want to fiddle around pressing buttons. So I have a software which is installed on my Mac and on, I got this tablet from some healthcare provider. I don't know, it's an old Android. But as you can see here, there's different buttons and you can configure that with the software. Here I show you the software. It's called Elgato Stream Deck. I hope I pronounced that right. So here I have set up a few different things here. The laptop screen, if I show pictures during my live stream, main camera, and then switches between, I call it the Hazel camera, then Hazel is on the picture as well. So I can switch between there. So what I've set up on these buttons here is actually what you guys, what I see here, and it decides what you guys see then in the live stream or the viewers, right? So this is one thing. It's great. You can have 6 different buttons for free. Then you can upgrade the software. They actually have a physical kind of, yeah, let's call it a keyboard because there is actually keys on it. You could plug that in with your computer as well, and then instead of using a tablet, you have a physical device in front of you pressing those buttons. I might upgrade to that later. They're not that expensive, but for what I need, you know, try to do this low budget a little bit. So that's basically what you need, number 1 there. Now let me click on the settings button. I hope that shows now well here too. Yeah, with infinity loop. In the settings, you set up your stream. So you get that data from the Amazon Live app. And I show you that app in a second as well. So you put that in here. If you go live on YouTube, it would be then a YouTube server. You have your stream key, which I'm not going to show you now. And that's really the most important, that you set that up correctly here as well. And now I'm going to schedule the live on Amazon Live. So I'm going to switch. First, I'm going to move you guys over to the second screen. So give me 1 second. Here we go. Now you're on the second screen there. And it looks, yeah, okay for me. There is my online store. I have that later here as well, because that I can see that I'm actually live. But I'm not going to show that. I just heard a bing on my mobile phone. And let me just, that's something really important too. Right? You need to get your devices muted before you go live. I should have done that before I even record now. But I want to show you what mistakes you can make, right? You don't want to have your grandmother calling during a live stream asking for tech support, or you know what I mean. You don't want to get disrupted. So all notifications, I had it on Do Not Disturb. I wonder why that one came through. That's kind of weird. It's on Do Not, it's on Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna switch the volume off on my phone just in case as well. Now you see here already a previous live stream. That's not what I'm going to show right now. What I show in my live stream here is you have to move all kinds of private stuff, right? What I want to show is this window here. Okay, so that's usually around there, but I'm going to set it up later. What I really wanted to show you guys is the actual phone. So 1 second. And you should be able to see it here now on the screen. So if I go back out here, it's the live app for Amazon. So if I type in live, that's how it looks right now. You know, they have a tendency to change their logos every once in a while. And I see here how many followers I have already on Amazon. I see how many live streams I did. I see how much revenue it brings. It was a bit low now the last couple of weeks there. But it's always an up and down. And actually, what I noticed as well, the reporting is not 100% in there. I asked the support people there as well, and they told me, yeah, it's not 100%. Now I go into a previous live stream and just duplicate it. I copy it. And this is where you also can do your practice live stream. Now I select the thumbnail, so I have here a folder called Amazon Live, and I look for a nice thumbnail. Let's do this one for a change again. There's no hazel on it though. Maybe I want a hazel on it. There. Okay, so this is what's being shown then on Amazon and your page there. Now you can configure here which products you want to show. So for this app, you could be an influencer and you want to promote other people's products. Would be nice if you include one of mine. Or if you're a brand, you promote your own products. So now here I have the lineup. And I have kind of a script how I do the Amazon Live. So I go through my different products. I do the pet food toppers first. Then I have pet toys, a few more crunchy things. And then towards the end, I go into Quail stuff. That's just what my business is about, and I'm proud to present that. And so, yeah, I'm happy with that lineup, but as you can guess here, you can add products, remove products, but I'm okay with that. Now you have your title here, show a start time, so that's the teaser I was talking about. So I go online now in about 20 minutes. Let's get that up here. And I hit save. So from now on, this has been shown on the Amazon website, and we can check that as well. You have here some other options, and then you will click preview. I don't do that now. Well, actually, I could show you. So this is how it looks like. Now, before I go live, because later I can't show you that anymore. So to go live, you click that button. Right now, I can't click it because I have not set up the stream yet. Or I haven't started the stream yet. If I go back here into OBS, let me just close a few things here. Sorry for that, I was cutting a video there. Quit. Yeah, really clean up your desktop a little bit before you get started because it might get a bit messy otherwise. And you don't want to show anything by accident. Oops. Gonna blur that out before I stream that. And yeah, so just clean up your screen. And you can also in OBS Studio decide actually, I'm looking for OBS Studio, it's on the other screen. Here we go. You can decide what kinds of screens you want to show, right? So once I start streaming here and then hit the live button on my phone, which would be here. So once this is running here, then this becomes red, and then I click that button and you have a countdown from 3, 2, 1, and then you're actually live on Amazon. So that's kind of how it works. So you need your iPhone or Android phone for running the app. Once the app is live, you see chat messages there also from customers. I don't get a huge engagement on my channel. Every once in a while I get a troll, which thinks it's funny to insult somebody online, but don't worry, Amazon handles that for you automatically in that case. They block those people. So just don't pay any attention to that. There's always some weird people out there. But you can engage then with customers. They basically put in a chat message, and then in the video, in the conversation with the people, you can refer to that. Or not, that's really up to you, but I try to engage with my customers if they have questions on the live stream. And yeah, so that's kind of how that works. Now, in my live stream now, I'm gonna just prepare for it now. I switch over to a different profile here, which is this scene collection Undique Amazon Live. Now I see there is some file which I used in the past. You see a bit of black screen there right now. Here I am again. Sorry for that. So now you don't see the screen sharing anymore because that's, I only have one computer to record this stuff. So now you actually see the preparation, what I do in here for the live stream. And one preparation is keep hydrated. Oh, by the way, I don't know where I got it, but make sure you don't show links or stuff like that on an Amazon live stream. People don't like that. Check their policies and things like that, because obviously on Amazon the goal is that you tell the customers about your products. You can link the products then or highlight them. You saw the selection earlier on. You can highlight them and put them then when you talk about it, that the people see that underneath the live stream, right? So, and that's what I'm going to do during the show. You're welcome. I'm going to put the link in the description about the live stream itself, so you can watch the actual live stream version then as well to see the result from this preparation. But yeah, that's about it. Hazel, do you think anything else? Talking to my assistant there. I'm going to do a little camera check. This happens every once in a while that the video capture is not 100% with that one camera I'm using. Yeah, that's obviously the wrong video capture here. Here we go. Now I'm back to the big camera. Great. I'm gonna move that to my screen. So now, while I look at the camera, I can also control what is actually being broadcasted out there. Try to fix my hair again, but it's an endless struggle. Ask my wife about it. And now I'm gonna do a quick technical check. So we're gonna check the laptop camera back again. Okay, we're gonna check the pictures. So this is where I talk about what's going on here on the Quail farm. So I like to show pictures and pictures of customers they sent me, and I have the permission to actually show them. So I'm just checking what I'm talking about this week. Yeah, I made some Quail-like stuff. Okay, cool. You're gonna see the live stream anyway. I'm just gonna keep that recording on until the end. I'm just looking at the time. I'm a couple of minutes early now. That's okay. Let me just do another test. So this is no, this is not what I'm gonna use today. Are you gonna use the Hazel cam, main cam, and the pictures today? Now on my second screen, I just open up my website on Amazon, my storefront there, that I can check am I really live or talking to myself in case I make a technical error. But other than that, let's switch back main cam. Okay. Make sure everything looks kind of representable here. I have my products ready. Hazel, are you ready? Hazel is always ready. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna go live with pets or not. Tell you, it's not the easiest to work with pets. When I started photography and worked for a pretty famous photographer in Austria, I was told it's the hardest to work with pets or children, and it's true. But I think also it's the most rewarding, especially in regards to smaller children or pets. It's great because they are really natural. They are not like us adults who want to present themselves in the best way and things like that. They're really natural. And so I really enjoy the work with Hazel. And obviously, in my case, it makes sense to work with Hazel. She's on the packaging, right? She's our chief treat tester here. Our brand is for pets. And so obviously, it makes sense to show a pet during presentation of pet products. For children, I actually don't know what's the policy for Amazon, so check that out yourselves. I don't deal with that. I check out also other Amazon live streams, as part of your research, see how other people do their live streams. I mean, there is obviously people out there, they have a whole team around, and so the person who is presenting is not looking after all the technical stuff, so they can really focus on you and keep the eyes on the camera there. That's something I still have to work on. Talk to you in the camera and don't look at the chat over there, on the laptop over there, on the screen behind you, and all over the place. I'm working on it. I was last year live pretty much once a week. As you could tell, I do this now since about a year. And it's joy. Sometimes I have 200 people watching. Sometimes I have 20 people watching. I give my best regardless if there's 5 people watching or the most I had was a couple of hundred. Amazon has your back in case there is really a disruption to your live stream. They shut you down to help you, to protect you. Then just go live again when you're ready again. And I think that's all we can say about that, right, Hazel? I mean, if you have questions, please leave them in the comment. I'm happy. I check the comments and I'm happy to reply if you have any specific question. But that's how I do stuff. And now I just do a last final check here. See if I have all the products I want to present today. That looks good. Now I'm gonna check my mobile phone here to make sure it's on the live stream app open and that it's really silent, as it looks like it is now. Let's double check. And yeah, so I think we're good here. Hazel does a last stretching here. You don't see that right now, but you're the cutest girl. You are the cutest girl. You are. A little prep work before the show starts. She doesn't like to go on the couch, so I have to make sure she comes close enough that people see her. She gets always love, and then she gets some treats. Yeah, this is the eggies. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, are you ready for the show? Yeah, you ready? Okay, let me sit over here. Yeah, you guys are ready for the show? Okay, me too. She ate, by the way, before the show, so now it's just about TREATS. Yeah. Oh shit, she can spell too. Yeah. By the way, that kind of words I just used, SHIT. Maybe don't use that while you're live on Amazon. I can slip out. Right, Hazel? Yes, you're a good girl. Now, hopefully she's not barking now before I go live because she wants my attention so much. So Hazel, please stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna go live now. I'm gonna do a last check here on the different cameras. Make sure with my device here, right, that because you have to have, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You have to have that window selected to control the right window. Maybe it's the way I set up that stuff. So, okay, I look good. Pictures work. Okay, I'm gonna keep on the main now for going live. I take a last sip of water and then I'm ready for the show. And we are a couple of minutes early, but that's okay. The cool thing is, once your Amazon live stream was live, it actually replays as well. You can configure that on your storefront as well, that it replays. So you see that on my storefront if you go on amazon.com/Undique. I put the link also down below in case you look for a pet product. And now a last sip, and I already hold it in a way here that you don't see the logo and stuff. So good. Let's oil the voice one more time. 1, 2, 3. Are we ready, Hazel? We were born ready. You have no idea how nervous I was during my first live stream. Shaking like crazy. I'm still nervous a bit. Because that's a good thing to be nervous. You're gonna be nervous too. Don't tell me you're not gonna be nervous. You're gonna be nervous. Hazel is even a little nervous. Look at that. It's okay to be nervous. And just be yourself, right? Don't try to be anybody you're not. People will feel that. So I just try to be myself as well. Okay. Enough talking. Let's do our job. Let's show the customers what we got, right? Not your popo too much, please. But it's okay. So Hazel, we're gonna go live. And I'm gonna do a little countdown like this that you, well, maybe not with the fingers. Well, I do from 3. When I see 3 on the screen, I show you 3, then I do 2, and then you see that I'm actually live. And then the Amazon people will see that I'm live. Okay, I hit that start streaming button now, and then we are ready, Hazel. Okay. Yep. Let's do it. Start streaming. Yes, recording is still running. And now I just have to press that button. Now that go live button becomes in a second or 2 red in the app. Now it's red in the app, and once I press it, the countdown starts and we are live. So, ready, steady, go. Hey guys, my name is Christian, and with me today is my lovely Labradoodle Hazel. Welcome back to our weekly show here on Amazon, which is showing you guys what we got in store here with Undique. You see the logo up there. Undique is a brand. We are also a network of quail farms here in the United States, and we bring to you great products made or laid in the US. So everything you see today is from the US, with the exception of me. I was blown in here, but hey, bear with me. I got at least a funny accent. So let's get into the first product, and let's bring Hazel into the picture here a bit as well. So when we don't ship out quail eggs because it's very hot in the summer, or there's just less demand, or they are not fertile, or yeah, from like new hens and all that lovely things, then we make a great product for you guys with those eggs to preserve them, and that's our lovely food topper. And that's the way it looks like. We call it the Quailicious Boost. So an entire carton of quail eggs goes into this food topper for your pet. You can use it for your cat, for your dog, even a ferret would like that. And what it is, yeah, freeze-dried quail eggs. And you're gonna hear later about the great vitamins and minerals in quail eggs. And through the freeze-drying process, we preserve that goodness, and you can then sprinkle that over the food of your pet. And especially if you have like a little picky eater at home, or you don't show as much interest anymore in their food, hey, with a little extra, it's great. It's also great when I correct my camera angle here a little, right? By the way, if you have any questions during the live stream, just feel free to put them down in the chat window. Please don't forget to leave us a follow or like. That would be great too. But let's see Hazel's reaction here when she gets to try the lovely food topper. I still have an open pack here. Hazel, come boo boo. Wanna try a bit food? Yeah, food is good. We have 2 openings there as well. Very generous if you screw it off. A bigger one and then a shaker one. So I just took it off like that. And because Hazel didn't wait to have her food, she already ate early on. She gets the food topper now, just off my hand. That's fine. Right? Little bonding here. Lovely, right? Yes, Hazel. Good girl. So she gets a lot of extra vitamins, extra minerals from the quail eggs. And as you can tell, she loves it. Still licking her tongue there. It's a great, great little extra. Now let's get to the next product, which is also a food topper, but also a treat. And that is the pet cotton candy. So what is it? Let's take a bit a closer look here. We call it cotton candy because it's so nice and fluffy. And my sister-in-law gave me that great idea because her cats are a little older and she couldn't have anything crunchy. You're going to see some crunchy bites later as well. But she said, her older cats, it's just too crunchy. She needs something nice and fluffy. So we use dehydrated quail meat and just process it a little bit to make this nice fluffy little food topper, which you can also use as a treat. I just take a little pinch like that, and I switch over the camera here to Hazel. Hazel, wanna have that? Yeah. Oh, I spilled a little. So a nice little food topper. It has a bit of a funky smell to it because it's from a game bird, but don't worry, if it smells funky to you, it smells like heaven to your pet, right? So don't worry too much about it. The only artificial thing about it is the packaging to keep it fresh for you guys. Container like this lasts you probably an entire month if you use it a little bit on top of the food or as little treats. And it's nice and fluffy. And as always, when we feed our pets, right, have some fresh water nearby. Hazel has her bowl over there, right? You know where it is. And therefore, keep hydrated, right? And we do have them as a bundle as well, so you can save a little money if you want to get both of them and then mix and match as well. Or alternate, for the morning this, for the evening that, right, Hazel? Can you turn around? People should see your lovely face. Turn around. Yeah, good girl. But we have to install a camera back there, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if I should install a camera there that you see Hazel's lovely face. I might be able to make that happen. I drill a hole in some. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Anyway, the studio is kind of new still to me, even though I think since November we're up here. It used to be my basement. Ay, ay, ay. Speaking of food toppers, we do have a trio here as well. That's eggshell, which is also very rich in calcium. It's the egg itself and the dehydrated meat. So in case you want to try out the topper triangle. We call it the Quail dust because you can dust a little bit of everything on your pet's food. Now, Hazel, I know you're so excited, but I want to show something for pets. Is that okay? I mean, yeah, I mean pets like cats. Pets like cats. Here we go. Hazel used to like that a lot as well when she was a puppy. Now she shows a bit less interest for it. But that's for your little tiger at home. It's called the wing on the string. My daughter came up with that lovely idea because she has a couple of cats. And so when a quail bird, right, has a happy life on our farm, but you know, the day will come, like for all of us, then our quails make your pet happy. And the wing on the string is a natural cat toy, but it's also used for bird dog training, to train a dog to retrieve when you go hunting a bird. Since the quail is a game bird, right, it has this game bird smell to it, so you don't need to train your dog in that case on artificial kind of whatever stuff. And this really makes a great toy for your puppy, but especially for cats, right? And you get the idea, and if you click on the product below, you see some videos. We got some from customers and we put them up there where they play with their cats. And so you get the idea. You can put the other end of that natural string here on a stick if you have one in your backyard somewhere, or next time you go for a walk, right? And then you can play even nicer, but even without stick, you get the idea. The cat sees, oh, birdie, it's their natural instinct, right, to play with a bird or to hunt for a bird. If you have an outdoor cat, you might have seen it already, right, that the cat brings you a little gift home. But this is a safe toy to play with. We had the occasion that Hazel had a little session and ate a couple of them. She pooped out feathers the next day, but otherwise she was fine. The bones from quail, they don't splinter as bad as chicken bones. And so she was fine and passed the feathers nicely. I talked with my vet about it and I said, oh, it's okay. As long as it's not a plastic toy she swallows. I mean, this is natural fibers that breaks down. But we never really had an issue. I think thousands of them sold, and we had one customer asking, what's happening when my pet eats it? What's happening when you play with your pet? You might have a few feathers on your carpet, on your couch, because some feathers can come loose, of course, if it's a bit of a aggressive play with your cat, right? But other than that, great toy. All nature. We don't use any chemicals, no salt to preserve it, only hot air. I know I'm talking now a lot of hot air, but I need to tell you guys about that, right? And that's it. And then it's here safely for you packaged in case if it gets wet during play. Make sure it dries proper before you put it back in the package, because we don't want that it gets moldy in there, right, when it's a bit wet. Yeah, remember when you were a little girl? Yeah, you used to play a lot with it. Now you're like, oh, this is for babies. It's not for babies. Cats like it too. Right, okay guys, so now Hazel, I need your assistance again, because this is Hazel's product and it's her favorite product, and we have right now a sale going on it, and that's the Quail Crunch Bites. So yeah, we hatch every week here on our farm, and usually you get 50% roosters, 50% girls. Sometimes it can be different, and so the roosters, we don't need that many around. So yeah, we make a natural product again here for your pet and my pet too. That's how it all started here, and as you can see, Hazel gets super excited, but I make her something to do first before she can have it. And what it is, it's dehydrated quail meat, but you're gonna see some white spots in there as well, and that's on purpose, because those white spots there, that's actually, yeah, what? Yeah, poo-poo. That's actually eggshell. Make it extra crunchy and provide extra calcium for your pet. Hazel, up. Sit. Paw. Good girl. As if we would have trained that. I should have been quiet that you can hear that crunch, so let's try that again. What do you got here? That's a big piece. Okay, you're a big girl. Okay, paw. You automatic paw, huh? Do we have an automatic paw? Yeah, good girl. What is your rating from 1 to 10? What? 11? Okay, thank you. Sometimes it happens in the packaging, there is a few crumbles in there. Don't throw them out. Put them on top of your pet's food as a food topper, right? Okay, Hazel, thank you so much. You may stay here because we show something else crunchy. And now we get to the crunch sticks. So also a natural product. Hazel, stay, yeah. Comes from the spine of the quail. So it's a very rewarding treat. There's 10 of them in the package. Oops. Here we go. Just close that nice again, that they stay nice and a bit fresh in there. And it's a stick like this. I tend to break it in half, and now all the dogs at home will go like, ah, he's splitting the treat and only gives one half to that poor dog. Poor doggy you are, yeah. And you see it's a premium treat because that's what Hazel does. When she gets something she really loves, even if I give it to her, she goes and runs off with it because she doesn't want that anybody takes it away from her, not even me. Yeah, and you get the other half, of course. And now let's see that we hear that crunch again. You see, please, thank you. Lay down, lay down. Yeah, that's a good girl. Nice and crunchy. And you know where your water is, right? Okay, in case you get thirsty. That's it. Yeah, good girl. Oh yeah, still a bit egg on it there. We wash the hands later. Okay, you get the idea. It's a really, really great premium treat. We go to the vet once a year around Hazel's birthday. And when I went last time, the vet asked me, why does she have so great teeth? And are we brushing her teeth all the time? And I said, no. And I told her about the crunch sticks I give her. And she said, well, they might have a little effect there, huh? To clean your teeth. Yeah, a little bit. But most important is it's nice and crunchy. Yeah, nice and crunchy. Nice and crunchy. Oh, now she, oh! That's the first time that happens here. Hazel got excited and we knocked over a camera. Well, there's always a first for everything. So I'm gonna just put that up again. So give me 1 second. And I'm back here. Oop-la-la. Okay, it's already fine again. So, well, yeah, kind of the same angle. We're still back. Tech live. It's a live show, so you see, if it would have been recorded, it would have been cut out. Okay, so you see the excitement of Hazel when we get to play. We're gonna play a little bit later, but we still gonna have to finish work first, right, Hazel? Yeah. And in the middle section, I show the news what happened on the farm. Let's try to not knock over that camera again, okay? Thank you. Okay, we do have quail feed as well. We have them. They're nice crunchy treats too. They come in a little pack as that, 4 treats on the go. 10 quail feed in there. They're great for cats too, as an extra chewy, yeah, extra on top of their food. So a lot of cats like that, but dogs like that too. But you already had so many treats. So let's see. We do have a bigger pack of them too. There's about 60 in there, around 2.5 ounces of quail feed. So great if you wanna, you know, do a little trail for bird dog training as well. So it's an awesome thing. And now Hazel gets another treat. We do work with other farms, of course, as well. Hazel up. And as I mentioned, we are a network of farms. And we have a duck farm. And from the duck farm, we get duck hearts because they are just bigger than quail hearts, right? And this is also a premium treat, as you can see. Hazel, lay down. Yep, good girl. Speak, speak. Hazel, speak, speak. Speak. We're still learning on that command. Sorry. She still gets a treat because she's so excited. I'm not a professional dog trainer or anything. But if you want to get our dog training kit, which includes 1 wing, 5 spines, 5 ties, we have that as a bundle as well. It comes in a box like that. Actually, we got some feedback. We're gonna change that. We're gonna do it in a flat pack because people told us they are often outdoors with their dogs. They wanna just put that in the pocket. So that's what we're gonna do. And Hazel points to the right next product, which you're gonna show after our weekly news. And Hazel, we need to calm down a little bit. So lay down, relax. You get more treats after. We can't just eat treats all day. We negotiated your salary. We said 4 treats in one show. Did anybody count now? I think I overpay her. Okay, let's show the news. So as you see, I switch over now to my laptop here and the pictures. So let's get started. What we have done this week, Hazel. Do you remember? I don't remember either. Let's look at some pictures here. Here they are. Oh, I was cooking this week. I love to cook sometimes. And that's what happened with lovely Quail eggs. So we actually run there a sale as well right now. And here you see a couple of Quail eggs. I used 4 Quail eggs on that dish, which is a traditional Austrian dish actually. A very simple one. It's on the bottom of that pan, there is some butter, some cooked potatoes, some onion, as you can see there, and then I put on top some eggs, which I prepared in a different pan. And yeah, it's just a hearty, healthy snack at the end of a long day here on the farm after cleaning poop trays, collecting eggs, feeding the birds, doing health check on the birds and all that good stuff. I need to eat sometimes something hearty, and of course I eat my own medicine. Obviously Quail eggs are not medicine, don't understand me wrong, but there's a lot of healthy stuff in there, right? In one single quail egg is 10% of the daily recommended value of vitamin B12, for example. There's in there vitamin D, which is great now in the winter time to get a little bit extra of that, right? There's zinc in there, antioxidants, which are good for the skin. So quail eggs are full with minerals and vitamins, much more compared to chicken eggs. And I like my yolk a little bit runny. So as you can see here, which goes then here great in that case with the potatoes. God, I'm getting hungry when I talk about it and look at this picture. I hope you guys had already dinner. I didn't yet, so let's look at something else. A little sip of water, keeping hydrated here. So this was not even a week ago. We had another hatch here on the farm. Was checking out the birds. Here's a couple of them, so let's take a look at this video.
You like popcorn today? Very active. I like that. That many quail. That many eggs. I have to calculate the hatch rate.
Well, a great hatch rate actually. You know, we do test hatches here on the farm for our quail egg customers who buy quail eggs for hatching chicks themselves. But you guys can, of course, order the fresh eggs as well. Then you get lovely, 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 lovely fresh eggs for your weekend, for tiny cooking, for all that good stuff. Now I'm looking over at that camera, but here we go. I wanted to show you something, guys. If you don't have an assistant who can work with a keyboard, it can get tricky. Hazel, what are you chewing there? Hazel? Uh-oh, I think one of the kids' toys. No, don't eat that. Hazel, come here, Poo-Poo. Yeah. No, come here. Don't eat the kids' toys. Why you do that? Does your dog do that sometimes too? I wanted to show you guys what goes really well with quail eggs. Yeah, Hazel gets a quail egg, by the way, on her food every day. Yes, one a day keeps the vet away. That's what I like to say. There is a scientific research about quail eggs. Yeah, let me show just here the lovely quail egg cup we made. And I switch over to the right camera now. Here we go, that you see that a little bit close up. So if you like to have soft-boiled eggs, I was looking for those cups all over the place, couldn't find them until I designed it, and I just 3D print them here on the farm. I don't recommend to put them in the dishwasher because they are so small you might lose them in there. Just hand wash them. They can withstand some temperature, but don't make it extra hot. And as you can see, it holds nicely the quail egg. You could cut it open on top there, and then with a tiny spoon. Tiny eating, I heard, is a trend. A lot of people watch those videos online. Why not? So we have those little cups here for you guys as well. They come either in white, blue, or black. And some people use them also to showcase their spacey eggs. Sometimes you get really, really exciting eggs and things like that. So that's an option as well. Now, in regards to pictures, I don't have much new pictures actually because I was working really hard on my software. Let me just see here what else we got. I could show you some older ones, but here, for example, that little fella is English white. They hatch yellow, right? English white quail. They hatch yellow, and we have them actually in a package with the black and white edition. So you get black quail, which are nearly all black. They have a little white stripe sometimes. And we have the white in there. So 50% of the eggs gonna be white quail and 50% is gonna be black quail. And the white ones hatch yellow. So don't be surprised and think that we packed the wrong eggs or anything. If you are thinking about hatching your own quail to have your own egg supply, we all know what happened last year around this time when the egg prices went through the roof. And I can tell you, I have a feeling before Easter the egg prices will go up for sure. Let's see if that's really the case, but that's usually what happens in the supermarket. So if you want to have your own supply of quail eggs, why don't you hatch them? And they come in all cool color variations. It's a great hobby to have. It's also great and educational for children. By the way, in case children are watching right now, do not order anything here on Amazon without the permission of your parents. These products here, they are non-refundable because it's a fresh product we ship to you. So you cannot just ship them back and get your money back. That's not how that works, right? And the program here is, of course, children friendly, but not aimed at children. But so watch it together with your kids and think about it if you want to hatch quail yourself. I mean, it's a responsibility to have a pet. That little fellow here, once it's grown, becomes this big fella here, or girl, right? We all hope for hens because the hens lay the eggs. The roosters, they look after the hens, right? Let me protect them a bit. The roosters don't really crow that loud compared to chicken roosters, so quail are easier to keep. They need to be kept safe. So either in an aviary, in a cage, as you see here, that's what we do for our breeding groups, that they stay together, that we have higher fertility of the eggs. But they need to be protected from predators, right? And quail don't have a homing instinct like chicken do. So for that reason, they need protection. And these state-of-the-art cages here are really great. You see here another product of ours in the forefront, which is the quail game bird, we call it knödel or ball. So there's some mealworms in there, and the quail can peck on that. Helps a bit with their boredom, but they also get extra vitamins and minerals and treats there, right? So they're really, really happy. And in regards to the black and white quail edition, we have different sizes, how we ship them out. If you want to get 1 dozen, 2 dozen, up to 4 dozen or more. And so that's a great thing as well. Yeah, my news section is really not that new today. I mean, not that many news. I have to take a few more pictures again. I show you some old ones maybe. You're just Hazel and I when we are back on a shopping trip, right? We have this little thing here in the back seat which connects to her harness that she, in case something happens and I have to brake fast with the truck, that she's not flying out that windshield. So protection, safety is important in the car, on the farm, right, at home. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow again, looking at some eggs. And here you see what happens between a transfer of eggs from the incubator from the rails, what we use there, to the hatching trays. Maybe I show you guys a little bit here. That's a cool product we make now ourselves as well. So let's take a look at it. So there is this incubators out there, the CT60, 120 or the CT180, and they come with these rails and egg turners, and they usually typically come empty here, just with the goose egg rail. And what we offer here on the what we make on the farm is rails for either jumbo quail eggs. They're a little bigger, and there you can fit 13 eggs, lovely next to each other with a bit spacing. Because the best way to incubate quail eggs is actually with the pointy side down. On this side is possible, but the hatch rates are typically higher as better the incubator is. And so we use professional grade incubators here on the farm, and our hatch rates are constantly above 90%. Nothing in life is 100%. For shipped quail eggs, the hatch rate goes dramatically down because that little eggie here has a lot of stress during shipping. That's why we don't give hatch rate guarantees, but we don't release also a flock for hatching eggs if we are not confident about our hatch rates here on the farm and the farms in our network. You know, we have seen early on so many other products we can make from quail, so we don't need to ship out eggs where we are not 100% happy with, that you have the best possible success with it. But still, we don't have, you know, people use $10 incubators and buy for $50 eggs, and then they are disappointed if the result is not great, because the incubator is like my rice cooker in the kitchen. Yeah, you know, so that's for that reason we don't give hatch rate guarantees. We have the rails here as a single, as a double pack, or 5 packs, and people love our jumbo. Not just the jumbo, I'm sorry, the button quail eggs. The button quail eggs are much smaller, and therefore we need a little smaller rail here as well. And I only have a broken egg in here. I don't keep the fresh eggs up here. And I'll show you just there. Those guys here compared to the jumbo ones. I'm just gonna highlight it. You can use button quail eggs in there, which are highlighted below. We run a sale on them right now. And you get the idea. So they are for smaller eggs, so it fits in there. It's hard to see maybe. Just checking here on the other monitor. You see it? Yeah, there's the eggie in there. So this is a rail for standard and button quail eggs. You fit way more eggs in here. I think it's 19. If you have a bigger standard egg, sometimes you might have to keep a space. I mean, technically you can do a bigger sized egg as well, but you get the idea. It needs to be stable because the egg's gonna be turned. And if the egg is really as big as this one, then opt for the jumbo version here, right? In regards to jumbo, we follow actually the ACBA, that's the American Coturnix Breeder Association, which we are a member of, and they say a jumbo egg or a jumbo bird. A jumbo bird is a bird if it was fat, healthy, and weighs over 10 ounces at the age of 10 weeks, I believe. That's the current standard. And obviously, jumbo eggs, or from jumbo quail, the eggs tend to be a bit bigger than from standard quail, but we don't measure it by the size of the egg. We measure it by the line and the genetics there, based on the size of the birds. So if you get a little smaller egg and you order jumbo eggs from us, like this one, the bird gets 10 ounces at 10 weeks. And that's how we measure that. And, you know, birds are individual creatures like we are as well, and therefore, yeah, you don't know, sometimes an egg is bigger, sometimes an egg is smaller. They obviously tend to lay bigger eggs overall, but we don't go ahead now with the volume we are shipping that we weigh every single egg before we ship it out. So that's why we go by the bird size and not by the egg size. Otherwise, we would go mad here. We're already mad enough. Okay, we do have feeders as well. I designed those guys because I was not so happy with the standard feeders, what most people use. I don't want to show it, but I can describe it. It's those red, green, or yellow feeders. They are designed for chicken, right? And they have these big holes in there, and the quail, they crawl in there, they poop in their food, get lost in there, kind of scratch around, all the food gets spilled everywhere, and that's we try to avoid, and that's why we have designed and made these button quail feeders, which are great for button quail, and they come in a pack of 2, and you have a few different options. You can zip tie them together. Sorry for that noise. Zip tie them together and put them on the brooder floor. They also fit perfectly without big gaps into the grow out cages or brooder cages from hatching time. That's what we use here on the farm, and so therefore they go into the front. I might have a picture of that I want to show you guys so you can actually see that a little bit better. Let me bring that up. Where is that lovely picture? Yeah, we have a little video here, so let's take a quick look at that. Up, 1, 2, 5. Here are the birdies. That was the prototype, was in yellow. Now we have them in white. Yeah, as you can see, some of the birds in the back here already got the drill and figured out, oh, the food is up there, right? And those guys in the front are still a bit unsecure. That happens in the first day or 2. So you can have one of those little dishes standing around as well, just in case one quail is not smart enough to find the food. And we use it from day 3 on till in the grow out, even until the adults. So the birdies really like it. This is how I mount them here on the Chimuka cages. Just a zip tie. I mean, if you're on the farm, you don't have zip ties around, then you're probably not on the farm or on a homestead. So they don't come with zip ties, but you can use 1 or 2 long zip ties. You see, I use 2 longer ones and easily mount them. I mount them here on the door, so we actually can open the door as well, even with the feeders attached. Each feeder holds each side here 11 ounces of food, so together that's 22 ounces. That's enough for 80 quail chicks for an entire day. I mount them like across the entire front, and on the top there's still a bit left for the airflow, and therefore the birds have it great. They get good food, and yeah, who doesn't like food where there's no poop in there, right? Okay, so what else we got in the show today? I want to show you guys a little bit more in regards to what we got on our store. And therefore I'm gonna switch over here into the browser. Here we go. That's our store, and I'm gonna highlight a few of our lovely additions here to show you guys, yeah, what is new or what we got in store in regards to quail variations. So here we got the Falpfi. So there's now a special deal, as you can see, subject to change, of course. It's just at the moment of this live stream. And you see we run sometimes a sale there, so you can follow us up here as well, right, in our store on Amazon. And yeah, on the Falpfi, they are really great birds. I like their coloring. We run a deal right now, and you can click on the product below to see that as well. Some new variations we added in the fall is the Autumn Sparkly. I'm just scrolling here a little bit to find it. Where is the lovely Autumn Sparkly? Obviously, I don't want to show you live birds here in the live stream because I don't want to stress out the birds. So that's why I show you those pictures, right? We keep them really, really nice here. That's the Autumn Sparkly here. Really, really great coloring. I love those birds. Great birds. And yeah, so we run some deals on some other ones here on the Red Range as well. Where are the Red Range? So you see, they have different coloring, and yeah, great little birdies. If you look at reviews on Amazon, just maybe one word of advice. I mean, there's always beginners out there. People got eggs where the mailman was maybe not as careful and did shake them a lot, and then they have a bad result, and then the only thing they can do is leave maybe a bad review. But it doesn't really reflect the quality of our birds. Last year we shipped over 6,000 orders, and we got 54 reviews. So less than 1% of customers actually leave a review. I would encourage those customers who get a great result to leave us a review as well, to kind of counteract the few bad ones we got here. We do really our best on the farm, and we see it ourselves. I mean, we constantly hatch here on the farm. You see the videos of all these little birdies. We do a good job, but obviously we have no control over the shipping. Even though we use a new shipping software where we actually see the weather forecast at your destination, and if it's really that we see there is a blizzard going through or things like that, then we try to delay the shipping until that blizzard passed through your area. Well, we don't have 100% control over that, so we do our best. And it's known across the industry, if you are into quail, there's no guarantee in life for 100% hatch rates, for sure not, even though we had customers reporting that. But usually the industry standard is 50% is considered a good hatch rate. We have customers who have more, we have customers who have less. It's a natural thing, and so therefore we don't give warranties on that, as I mentioned earlier on. But we do the best here as we can on our farm. And yeah, your support, of course, your order helps my small family business as well, the other 14 farms attached to my family business in our network. So we thank you a lot for supporting our small brand here and watching our live streams, leaving a like if you haven't done yet. There's still a chance to press that button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it would help us a little bit with those algorithm things, right? And before we close the show today, I want to ask our chief treat tester Hazel to come back and encourage all the pet people out there again to watch a bit what we got in store and treat their pets also for something yummy. So Hazel, come here, say goodbye as well. We go up on the couch. We go up. She really doesn't like that couch still. Sit. Yeah, wait. And so, yeah, all I have to say is I wish you guys a really awesome week ahead. Consider ordering some of our products. That would be great. If not, just leave us a like. And Hazel, you have anything to add? Treat. She likes to add the crunch. Okay, guys. Now, we call it an evening. Some more work to be done here on the farm. Please tune in next week around 7:30. We go live. You can follow our page here on Amazon. Then you actually get a little pop-up when we get live as well. Yeah, we would be happy if you leave us some comments. And yeah, we tune out. Thanks for watching. Okay, so now the live stream is ended. And I just gonna stop the recording here as well. So guys, I know this is a bit a long tutorial, but you all know how to skip back and forth and you know, on YouTube here on the timeline. I see that Hazel did drool a little bit on me here. That's okay. I can obviously check out if that happened during the live stream already. So if I want to look back at that now, let me show you. I just gonna change over the scene here now if I can. I can't. During the recording, I can't change it anymore. But here we go. What I didn't want to show during the live stream is the actual live stream here as well, right? So let's just click back on that. So here you see the previous live. I am not going to put audio now on
Hazel,
for that.
welcome back to our weekly show here.
But this is now the live stream what we had here today. I can skip through that. You see here the previous live streams, right? So yeah, I guess it was okay. You know, I'm not always in the best form. Sometimes the voice craps out. I don't go scripted at all. But this is where this all happens, right? Here you can see more live streams from all the other lovely people out there. You know, watch a couple of them, get a feeling on what they do. You see here now the highlighted products underneath. You see there's people streaming for all kinds of different topics. Some have their own brand. Some are pretty famous. Some are less famous, like me. Some have entire teams there. Yeah. But overall, I guess, just, yeah. Try to hit the right camera button. If you look at the camera, like now, and try to do your best, right? There's no master was falling from heavens to earth. That's a translated Austrian saying. It's learning by doing. Just do it. Don't be afraid doing it. It will help your reach, right, out there. And so with that, I close with you guys now as well. I gotta make sure I check that video for a second before I upload it, because I know I had early on accidentally a window open. Other than that, yeah, leave a like, leave a follow. I hope you like that little introduction there into what you can do marketing wise for your brand, or how to use Amazon Live overall. And now I need a break from talking. See you guys.